The other day, when I was doing my Hey Confucius podcast, one of my people asked me basically a racial question in a way, and I hate racial questions, man. I don't like being close to racial things in that way unless it makes sense. But he asked me, how could we as black men build better and stronger families to compete with other groups? Now, for the record, I don't really care who people fall in love with. You love who you love. That's just what it is. But in response to his question, all I could tell him was, after I thought about it, was my opinion or idea what the truth is. The truth is, you will have to stay away from women with Western mindsets. Okay? So if that woman is here in America and she just so happen to be a black woman and she has a Western mindset, you have to avoid those type at all costs. Now, only way you can really do that is that you would probably have to, not saying become a passport bro, but you might have to get you a passport and find you a beautiful African queen somewhere. And I'm not speaking South Africa, since they got some of the same things here that they got there. So you'll have to really go away from this country to find and stabilize the type of dream that you're saying. So you would really have to find a woman who is family oriented and not concerned about what degree she has and how she feels that she's a maid or a servant in our own house for taking care of her own children and feeding her own children and doing things that a mom should do. You don't need a woman telling you, hey, I got a degree, so I feel that we're equal because I went off to this school and I came and I produced a degree. All that competition things that they do because of the negativity that they get from the internet or because of the mindset that they get in a collegiate institution that is very anti-family, in my opinion. You will have to find a woman that doesn't have that mindset. And then you will have to bring her back here, have your family, and that's how you build that family with the right mindsets. Because I tell you, all these things that we see with our women in this country, and not just the black ones, but all of them, but I'm only talking about the black ones since that was his question. You see the 304 culture. You see what they not taught in college, they taught at home with the girl, if he ain't got no money, you don't need him. They don't teach them about love. They don't teach them about respect. They don't teach them how to be a wife. You get what I mean? They teach them how to chase the bag. Only hoes chase money. That's in my opinion. Real women, they know that their value is in how their kids turn out. I mean, that's for men and women. But a lot of times, more often than not, the women have the children more than men. Even the ones that, quote unquote, got a degree, but they're never home with them. They can't spend time with them because they always out working because they too corrupted in the mind to settle, or how can I put this, to get along and coexist with the person that they had the kid by. And then you got the ones that don't have children. They waste their 20s and 30s being a hoe through hoe culture or whatever you want to call it. And now they're 38 or 45 and they want to settle down and looking for what they quote unquote call a good man. Really, with that mindset, come on. And then these same type of women poison other women. So you have to really be careful. So again, my advice would be to go abroad, leave this country, find you a queen that will fit who you are. Okay, yes, she can have a degree. She can be 100% educated, but long as she know that the family comes first. And that's how you build your nucleus. You got to have that foundation. The family comes first. And by us bringing good women and to have our children with, instead of these emotional bags over here that get clouded by their friends who in turn are unhappy and miserable, and then they trick their friend into being miserable. And sometimes you gotta look to even the ladies. Sometimes you gotta ask yourself: is my friend giving me the best advice? Really, ask yourself that. Is she, or does my friend want my man, or does my friend want me, or does she want both of us? Because that's the type of culture we living in now. So you really have to choose who you plant your seed in. And again, just because she's beautiful or pretty, that don't mean plant your seed in there. Trust me on that. I've learned the hard way. So all I'm saying is, for the brothers that want to build strong community, for people that look like me, this is what you would have to do. You would have to find your queen, and you probably not going to be able to find her here. And for that part, man, most Western women are just like that. They do not like to be accountable for things. I mean, look at Johnny Depp. I hate to bring that up, but look at Johnny Depp. Look at all the women who get away with just crying and doing things. And if they do get caught up, their penalties are 90% less than what a man would get. So you have to look at that mindset and how they are allowed to get away with certain things. So you have to go find your wife, even if you got to travel to get her. And that's how you build a stronger, better community. It has to be with the right mindset. But that's Confucius logic. That's only my opinion.